tonight, we want to give the best of the dub wise. We are talking about scientists, mad professor. No man know about mad professor. We are talking about man like Lee Scratch Perry. You know, them Black Ark studio sound, them long time mix from Keith Hudson, all them Jamaican stalwart in the reggae music industry that you don't hear about. You understand? So, warning, dub music is liable to lick your bass if you don't know how to balance your bass. So, I want the people to balance them bass, you know. Balance your bass. Turn up your set because tonight it's going to be wassy in your ears. Okay, we want to go into this tune before we go into the dub vibes. Well, this is really an instrumental tune with some voices in it. And I bet you can't tell me who play this tune here. I tell you, say some tune make for the cutting edge specially, you know, and this is one of them tunes that will make for the cutting edge specially. This is Carlos Santana. For those of you who know the music, one of the greatest guitarists in the world. Carlos Santana. This is a cutting edge exclusive. Listen. Carlos Santana coming through IRFM.
Cutting edge.
There's only day. Look into the book of life and you will see that there is a land far, far away. That there is a land far, far away. The King of Kings and the Lord of Lords sat upon his throne and he rules us all. Look into the book of life and you will see that he rules us all. That rules us all.
Carlos Santana and the cutting edge Sata Masagana.
it first on the cutting edge.
Yeah, we're there with you. As we said tonight, we're going to wake up Duppy with the music tonight. Yes. We're going to present to you a genre of Jamaican music that is not regular played to, just like the female artists there. You understand? Yes. But I want to tell you, you know, it's when you go to Europe, Rasta, and then you go to Europe, you know, and you go in a certain nightclub. Appeared Lee Perry, a mad professor, and King Tubbies and scientist music you hear, you know, Rasta. Yeah, man. But you see, a whole heap of ones don't know that the reggae is on so much levels, so much different levels. It's unbelievable. And one of the levels them is really the dub Wize and Otherwise. You want to talk about dub music. We're going to plaster you with dub music tonight. But you know, before we go into the dub music, I wonder if anybody listen to the news and hear that the international organizations, them, especially the Red Cross and the humanitarian organization, them, is saying that the American government is not treating the prisoners that them capture and put in Guantanamo Bay as human beings. Yes, there's a serious thing going on out there. Them put them in a cage and transport them with them head cover and all these things. And then now the man Rumsden is saying that they are not prisoners of war. I hear President Bush say him declaring war against the people them who declare war on America. And now him capture some of the man them who declare war upon America and say them is not prisoner of war. The rules change. The reason for that, them don't want to comply to the Geneva Convention Constitution on war criminals. You understand? Them don't want to deal with that. So them create them own thing as them go on. We want to play a little prips thing where we get in Los Angeles over the weekend. I was in San Francisco, sorry. We was in San Francisco over the weekend, you know what I mean? Nice show we attend to. We was performing Yami Bolo. Yes, I think him gone to Hawaii. But we want to give you a little excerpt from a reasoning that was taking place on the radio over there. Before we go into that, we want to knock off your head with this tune here. Here goes. Set your tape right, you know, set your radio right, you know. I tell you, say, your bass is liable to blow off your speaker tonight. the cutting edge. We want the ones them to remember that the Here Jamaica Jazz and Blues Festival will be in Montego Bay from the 8th to the 10th. Okay? The first artist to play is one of the artists them that is featured, Arabella Fante. You know that Arabella Fante used to go at Woolmars, you know. Yeah. And I want the people them know this, if you never know. The first ever million selling album ever is Arabella Fante do it in the 50s. Yeah. And it was a Calypso album. If you can believe that. The first million selling album ever was done by Arabella Fante in the 50s. So you have to know that. Okay. This is the cutting edge on RFM. As we said before, we want to clip because some serious thing are going on. Them still don't catch Mullah the brother there, Ben Laden, and the other brother who the head of the Taliban. And now we hear of some serious underdevelopments taking place in Guantanamo Bay. Is that Wednesday? The 6th of February. Yes. The reason why we want to know what the 6th of February is. The 6th of February is Bob Marley's birthday, it's Black History Month. And the 6th of February, Cutting Edge going to give you some rare Bob Marley music. Yes. Not the regular, what love, what hard, let's get together and be alright. But some serious, for all those who love Bob Marley music. When we play Bob Marley music, well played. So, you see, through the 6th of February is Bob Marley's birthday. We're going to play some rare Bob Marley birthday music. You understand? That is 6th of February. But coming back to what we are talking about is that some serious things are going on in Guantanamo Bay. And the American government changed to suit themselves certain law that them signed to internationally. So we want to play this little clip. You know? We want to play this little clip for you. So here goes. This is a clip from a radio station in California. Here goes.
President Bush has approved allowing the Justice Department to charge American Taliban John Walker on the charges of aiding terrorism, meaning Walker will be tried by a civilian court, not a military tribunal. Attorney General John Ashcroft.
If convicted of these charges, Walker could receive life imprisonment. The United States does not casually or capriciously charge one of its own citizens with providing support to terrorists. We are compelled to do so today by the inescapable fact of September the 11th, a day that reminded us in no uncertain terms that we have enemies in the world and that destroy us.
Bush's proposal for military tribunals has come under increasing criticism in recent weeks, as has the Bush administration's treatment of captured Taliban prisoners. Over the last 20 Qaeda and Taliban prisoners have been flown to the U.S. naval base at Guantanamo, Cuba. They joined the 20 prisoners already being held there by the Pentagon. The treatment of the prisoners at Guantanamo is sparking outrage from human rights groups and has drawn the concern of some U.S. allies. Journey Scahill reports.
They've been sedated, hooded, and shackled. They're being held in open-air cages. These are not rare animals being shipped from their jungle homes to a zoo. They're al-Qaeda and Taliban prisoners being transported and held by the U.S. military in Guantanamo, Cuba. Now, U.S. soldiers have begun shaving the beards of the Muslim prisoners. The Pentagon's treatment of these detainees is sparking outrage from human rights groups and the International Committee of the Red Cross. And today it drew concern from Washington's closest ally in the so-called war on terror. Following statements by Defense Secretary Donald Rumsfeld that the prisoners would not be given rights under the Geneva Convention, the British Foreign Secretary Jack Straw called Secretary of State Colin Powell to discuss the treatment of 3 British citizens allegedly being held among the detainees. Today, Jack Straw spoke with the BBC.
Of course, they have rights. Whether or not technically they have rights under the Geneva Convention, they have rights in customary international law, and all of us who are either involved as their representatives, as their governments, or those holding them have obligations.
The Pentagon has classified the prisoners as unlawful combatants and not prisoners of war, using this to justify what human rights groups say are inhumane conditions under which the prisoners are being held at Guantanamo. This week, the International Committee of the Red Cross rejected the Pentagon's classification, saying it has no legal meaning. The Red Cross also said this week that the prisoners' rights are likely being violated, a view shared by international law experts.
What the United States is doing here is violating the Third Geneva Convention, which requires certain treatment of prisoners of war.
Attorney Michael Ratner from the Center for Constitutional Rights has spent years handling cases of detainees at Guantanamo Base in Cuba.
What the Geneva Conventions are very clear on is if someone may be a prisoner of war, or if there's any doubt about whether he's a prisoner of war, he must be treated as a prisoner of war. And he must be treated as a prisoner of war until a competent tribunal, in the words of the Geneva Convention, determines that the person is not a prisoner of war. Now, prisoners of war, of course, have incredible rights. Prisoners of war can only be housed in facilities that are similar to those that house U.S. troops. Prisoners of war cannot be tried by military tribunals. They must be tried by the same kind of tribunals that try U.S. soldiers. That would mean courts-martials, which give a great deal more rights.
Earlier this week, Human Rights Watch issued a statement decrying the treatment of the prisoners. And today, Amnesty International called for the prisoners to be afforded POW status. Amnesty spokesperson Vienna Colucci.
It is not the prerogative of the Secretary of Defense or any other U.S. administration official to make the determination as to the status of the prisoners at Guantanamo. What our statement today underscores is that this is a decision that an independent U.S. court must make. Amnesty International is concerned by reports that prisoners are being hooded, that they may be sedated, that they're being held in cages. And we reiterate that there's no justification for the United States to subject anyone to degrading treatment.
The Pentagon has refused to comment on whether it will hold its much-talked-about military tribunals at Guantanamo. But according to attorney Michael Ratner, all signals appear to be pointing in that direction.
They believe, and they argued this in my Haitian cases, that there's no U.S. court or law that applies to what they do to people in Guantanamo. Whether they're refugees, Taliban, or Al-Qaeda, they believe that no court can intervene or oversee what they're doing. Well, that's perfect for them. They can treat the people who they want to. They can use what they call Israeli pressure tactics or torture against them. They can try them essentially how they want and get away really with murder down there. The only question is where they bury the bodies.
For Free Speech Radio News, I'm Jeremy Scahill.
If we sign an international treaty that we ought to abide by. Now, you say that these are not prisoners of war. I mean, this bouncing definition gets a little hard to follow here, Ken. I mean, President Bush says that the terrorist acts were acts of war. He has said over and over again, we're at war against the Taliban. John Ashcroft says we have to have these extra security measures because we're at war. And now you say we're not at war, so therefore they're not prisoners of war.
Let me just tell you the difference.
When did it change?
Let me tell you the difference right here. And the difference is when you are at war with honest soldiers, they go after the military on the other side. They do not go after civilians. They have certain kind of procedures that have started in the Middle Ages about decency as combatants, as non-combatants, both in their behavior and what they are afterwards. If you are a soldier for an organized country, say like Italy or Germany or whatever in World War II, and that unit surrenders, you surrender and leave your arms. These guys go, they kill innocents, wives, children, mothers, everything, and they go, and after their unit surrenders, they pick up their arms once again. They're fanatics. They're not soldiers. They're fanatics.
To proceed from that point, Bianca Jagger, you know, when in past wars, even the Vietnamese War, when they would have the surrender of military troops, that was the end of the war for them. But I want you to listen to what the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, General Myers, has to say about these prisoners brought to Cuba. Let's listen.
I mean, these are people that would gnaw through hydraulic lines in the back of a C-17 to bring it down. I mean, so these are very, very dangerous people, and that's how they're being treated.
Don't you think they should be treated as various people?
Indeed, they should be treated as dangerous people, but as well, we should adhere by the Geneva Convention, and they should be treated as prisoners of war. It is not after Mr. Rumsfeld to determine whether they are or not prisoners of war. The United States declared war against terrorism, and now it is not convenient for the United States, and they are calling them not any longer prisoners of war. The reason why they are refusing to call them prisoner of war is because of three particular reasons. One is that if they were treated under the Geneva Convention, they will not be required to answer anything more than their names, their military ranks, and the place from where they come. And if they are going to be coerced into responding, then it will be in violation of the Geneva Convention. The other thing that will not be allowed under the Geneva Convention is that they be tried by a court that is not going to be properly constituted, as the military tribunals are going to be.
Mr. Edgar, I want to go ahead.
Okay, but that's the point of not having them as prisoner of war. What we want is not so much taking them out of action, although that is very important. What we want is information from them. And if they get away with saying their name, and they don't have any serial number, so basically their name, which means practically nothing to us, that's not good enough. What we want to know is, A, are there other plans out there to attack innocent people in the United States or elsewhere around the world? B, who exactly was responsible for September 11th, and how did it happen? That's the information we need from these guys, above all.
Ms. Jagger, I wonder if you appreciate how angry the American people are about the fact that these people are part of a conspiracy that created such mayhem, such catastrophe in the United States, killing innocent people, mostly citizens of the United States, but citizens of many other countries. I think there would be a mass uprising in this country if they were treated as dignified prisoners of war, don't you?
What I want to say to you is that we all throughout the world understand the need for those who are guilty to be brought to justice. And what we do not understand is why, if probably many of the people who have been taken as prisoner are guilty and committed war crimes or crimes against humanity, why is it not being done openly in a court of justice where everybody around the world could rally behind the United States and accept and adhere to the rule of law and the Geneva Convention? Why is it that they want to do it in secrecy in a country far away and without allowing the Geneva Convention, which has in the past helped save the lives of many American prisoners, whether in Vietnam or in Korea?
But let me suggest to you that the important thing here is, and I know we want to get information from them. We're talking tonight about how they're being treated as prisoners of war, is what I would call them. But I think it's important to recognize this Geneva Convention. We signed it because it is a two-way street. It's a point made yesterday on Wolf Blitzer's show by Kenneth Roth of Human Rights Watch. I'd like you to listen to him, please, and then get your comment. Here he is.
It's important for the Pentagon to be following the Geneva Conventions, because if it starts mistreating the detainees that it has, it loses its standing to protect American service members who might find themselves detained overseas. The Geneva Conventions are not there just to protect other people. They're there to protect American service members.
Wouldn't we be howling like mad if our guys were being kept in wire cages outside somewhere in the world?
Not if our guys had behaved at all to go after the World Trade Center and kill 3,000 innocent people. Not at all. Whether they're American or not at all, if our guys were as barbaric as these people, and if they were as fanatical as these people. It's one thing to say, let's punish those who were involved in the past, but the main thing, Bill, is to keep us from being attacked again. And by God, I want to go the extra mile to make these guys talk. And to get these guys to talk, okay, but you need to make it uncomfortable.
I wanted to say that...
Go ahead, Ms. Jagger.
I wanted to say that this war, President Bush said, that we wanted to set standards for the rest of the world. And we have to set standards for the rest of the world. You have to have proper trials and adhere to the rule of law and allow these prisoners to have the protection under the Geneva Convention. Why do you want to send a message to the rest of the world that unilaterally the United States wants to change the set standards for the Geneva Convention and for prisoners of war?
I wouldn't change the set standards for prisoners of war. These aren't prisoners of war. They're not in an organized army that goes after
But the Red Cross says that they are prisoners of war.
Yeah, and let me read you something from the Geneva Convention. The Geneva Convention says that it requires that all prisoners be treated as presumptive prisoners of war until a competent tribunal determines otherwise. We are in
In fact, look what happened that the Defense Department wants to keep and to get information out of them. I don't see that it's inhumane treatment at all. I think what they have done is the most inhumane thing in the world. These people are cleaner than they have been in their life. They are better fed than they have been in their life, and so they wear hoods.
Let's go to the
Let me say something.
Go ahead.
What I wanted to say is that imagine that Americans were treated the way they are being treated. Why do we have a different standard and a different set of rules for us and for them? That's the reason why people regard Americans and us in the way that they are regarding us today. Don't we need to have an even justice for all, regardless of people's background, race, and creeds?
I want to get to the point, Mr. Jagger, of how they are actually being treated. People who have followed this might think we're torturing them, that we are depriving them of food, they're treating them badly. But I want you to listen to the Pentagon spokesman, Victoria Clark, what she had to say about it the other day.
Each day, the detainees are given 3 culturally appropriate meals. They have daily opportunities to shower, exercise, and receive medical attention. So in accordance with Geneva Convention, they are receiving very humane treatment.
And not only that, they're given towels, they're given toiletries. They're probably treated better than they've ever been treated in their life. So they are treated probably beyond the level of the Geneva Convention. What's all this belly aching about?
But the Red Cross have not been there. Amnesty International, Human Rights Watch, Médecins Sans Frontières has not been there. Why shouldn't they be allowed to be able to check and see if it is true that they are adherent to the Geneva Convention?
Well, basically, the detainees just got there, so there isn't much time to do that. But I don't think there has been a double standard. If Americans behave in the way that these terrorists have behaved, then I think that they should be treated in the same way these terrorists are being treated.
That has to be the last word. Ken Edelman, thanks so much for joining us. Bianca Jagger, thank you very much for joining us.
Muta on the continent. Segregation now go work.
More than a radio program, it's an institution on radio. The Cutting Edge on IRI FM.
Yes, I tell you, that was an excerpt from a radio program in California, but it's very interesting that the man should have said them want to get to the bottom of it and know exactly who was behind the World Trade Center. I thought they knew that already. And then it's very interesting to hear the man say probably they are cleaner than they have ever been before. That is a very outright racist statement, you know. As a matter of fact, it's 2 racist statements I hear them make inside their soul, you know what I mean? Can you believe that, Rasta? Can you believe that? I bet you any money in life that the brother named Walker, which was the American Taliban fighter, will be treated in a very appropriate manner. I bet you any money to that effect. It's a serious, serious thing. And the last statement that the person make, what she say, where the man say, the woman say, the American woman say, they are giving exercise and thing according to Geneva Convention stipulation, yet them still not seen not as prisoner of war, but them is adhering to one part of the Geneva Convention, but not the other part, wheresoever it suit them. Very serious thing. Very, very serious thing. This is the Cutting Edge on IRFM coming through. Yeah, we're there with your Cutting Edge. A very interesting clip a while ago, you know. Very interesting, you know. Reasoning about Geneva Convention and what it stipulates about prisoner of war, POWs, and America is right now declaring that the prisoners that them have in Guantanamo Bay is not prisoner of war. So them can do whatsoever them will. Even torture them, which is not part of which is something that them signed to do, you know, is a thing. And the Red Cross said them treat them bad. The Red Cross said that, and them refuse to make amnesty go down there. Them don't want amnesty go down there. So amnesty come to Jamaica the other day and tell us the police them is the worst police them in the world. So we don't know how that go. Cutting Edge, IRFM. As I said before, turn up your radio loud. Watch your bass. This is Wize and Otherwise. I want to give you one of the masters, world masters of dub music. Yes, the brethren named Augustus Pablo. man called Augustus Pablo coming through on the cutting edge, IRFM. This is one of the genre of Jamaican music that is neglected in Jamaica. But it's when you go foreign, worries. Oh, you love my brethren, Isa Char. Yes, Isa.
Give thanks and praise to the Most High. Open your heart and let Him in.
Original dub music. Augustus Pablo. What a sweet music. What a sweet music.
It's Muta, Wednesday.
Out of London, England, come this one. Still going to stay in England. This is the man called Jashaka out of London, England.
Always smoking, lyrics like a bazooka. You are listening to Muta Baruka. smoking, always smoking. Lyrics like a bazooka. You are listening to Muta Baruka.
Okay, we're there with you. Dubwise. My daughter send me these little things I want to share it with you. If at first you can't succeed, I wish I say, if at first you don't succeed, skydiving is not for you. Okay, here goes. Cutting edge. So we have to juke up the one, you know. We have to juke up this one, you know. This one is big music, big musician. Roland Alfonso, them junior. Roland Alfonso, man. Yes, Roland Alfonso. I tell you, my daughter send me some things here. Hear it say now. Never miss a good chance to shut up your mouth. From the sax to the trombone. The man called Number Robinson. Number Robinson. So now that we give you the saxophone. And now we give you the trombone. We have to give you the trumpet. Seal up the Trinity. Yes, as we say, from the saxophone, we go to the trombone. And from the trombone, we have to go to the trumpet. And who better than the man called Mr. Moore, Dizzy Moore. Here goes, Cutting Edge IRFM, playing the best you can find right now. Yes. Muta on the Cutting Edge. Johnny Dizzy Moore coming through with the trumpet.
A man who gained the whole world and suffered the loss of his own soul.
Yeah, Muta. It's some strength, you know what I mean? Give thanks to that. Yeah. That's true. You know what I mean? But move around and things. And sometimes you don't move, and sometimes they are the move and they are doing them out. Yeah, so I say, I'm just glad that over the years ago, the conviction of Rastaman for when faith ban and the two things, Emperor Selassie and repatriation. I mean, sometimes it's hard and thought of someone, it's kind of phase out of someone, you know. We can't stop, give up the fight. So it's a perpetual type of agitation where we don't stop until get the rights. You know what I mean? We have to like all the Queen of Command and all them type of thing. You know, I make some strong agitation about reparation and repatriation. I say, I would like one, we want to say that some little things, right? Anything I want to come there, art and right, and say, so put it into repatriation. And that's how I deal with it. Whenever time we get the privilege for, they're supposed to make some public gathering and all them type of things. So we want to capitalize on that and pull out the conviction, man, make them see. So last time I was there, but we were silent. I say, yes. Yeah, I don't type of thing to fight. We have a conscience to fight and struggle. When we have one right and left, I hope me the tattoo. Fight we have one try through the media, and if we can't get it to our fine, you know, see, we have to go through the general procedure, I don't know. I'm a peaceful demonstration, agitation, wrong repatriation, whenever time we get the privilege that time, it's right now public gathering. So we have to Rastaman and we don't demand Rastafari to make together, but within a time. And we state the date and time, whenever time a public gathering. We more focused not like about inner circle. We're supposed to make a public gathering and all that type of shit.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
All right, so you don't set the date yet or nothing then?
Eh?
You don't set the date yet?
No, she's supposed to stay a couple of days on
yeah, but no, I mean, if the item don't set the date yet for this demonstration.
Well, when we are focused on inner circle.
No, the date. When? Which day?
No, we're not the specific date.
Okay.
See, but within that time, whenever time is we got to capitalize on it.
All right.
You know what I mean?
All right.
So give thanks.
Yeah, man, give thanks.
Up earthquake.
Highly. Yeah, well, we're up there. We're up there too.
Yeah, man.
Isis. Yeah, I want to tell you once, since we're upon the topic here, the IRS group is launching the Jamaica Reparation Progressive. All right, we could start again. I am pleased to announce that after positive discussions with a progressive radio personality, the launch of the Jamaica Reparation Movement will take place on Sunday, February the 3rd, 2002, from 7 to 9 a.m. on the IRFM radio program Running African. Yes, so we want you to listen out for that. Right on the IRFM Running African program. This is this Sunday. No, not this Sunday. February the 3rd. The Jamaica Reparation Movement will be launched. Okay. Special guest speaker, Professor Charles Agletry, Harvard Law School, U.S. Reparation Movement. He is awaiting confirmation. You will have Sheila Monteith, Minister of Foreign Affairs, UN Liaison, Mr. Buddy Larrier, Barbados, Caribbean Connection, Vereen Shepard, Historical Research Subcommittee, and Lord Anthony Gifford, International Lawyer for Reparation. So I want you to know that this thing will take place live on the radio. This is the launching of the Jamaica Reparation Movement in Jamaica. You understand? Things is moving, and the brethren them going to have a demonstration. The Queen Elizabeth is coming to Jamaica to look over our subjects. Remember that. You are our subjects. You are Jamaican. It's so it go. Yes. Consider it, IRFM.
Are we ready to go? Okay.
Ready? This is your flying guru.
Let the spirit rise.
Listening to the greatest dub band in the world. The greatest dub band in the world. Dub Syndicate coming through.
Don't you criticize. We have a run. We have a we have a love.
I see the world in different lights.
All the continents with Muta Baroka.
Yeah, a lot of them are touring every day. Now, sir, but always I finish the cutting edge. My area FM is Muta Baroka, but can't I tell you, no inspiration.
Yeah. Hey.
Tell you must watch the bass by your set, you know. Watch the bass by your set.
Let the spirit rise.
Yes. Hello?
Yeah, you hear me?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, it is too relevant and even more important to this time, that we keep seeing Taliban and Afghanistan coming back into the news. But on a statement, the U.S. Answering some of the things that they have forward and have a small statement. Them carry the Gitmo, the Taliban to Gitmo. This is nothing surprising to us, because the way in which they treat them, we actually see that black people are still 3/5 of a human being in them constitution. So the whole forward of the Al-Qaeda or the Taliban is something we are also seeing in Aceh, which is today we'll find out about a situation where most people are not even aware about, that is taking place in Indonesia, where people of color, and some of them are surprisingly Africoid in perspective, are kept aback because they own, and it is their national rights to own their land. But of course it has oil, and the European Economic Union need this, so them just drive them off it. Still, we must also see that today is Afghan, tomorrow is Somalia. And a personal statement, I must also inform the family about the reality that exists, that we must seek the preservation of our vehicles meaning our bodies. And what I am seeing now is that they are flooding the market with American foods, which are, one, irradiated, and two, filled with a lot of fertilizers. One of them is DDT, of which they have stopped using in the U.S. because it is destroying the eggs of eagles or destroying the immune system or whatever. But they are planting foods in places like Chile and sending them to Jamaica to sell. So I just want to ask my family that if they can do otherwise, not to eat American foods.
I agree with you. Too much in the market, Rasta. Too much American food in the market. I don't know how we can have a government like this in a Jamaica where keep down the farmers them at the expense. I mean, even at the expense of our farmers them, allow all of these American products to come inside us. So I don't know. I don't understand it.
Is this part of the one world order control factor? Or if I control what you eat, then I control what you think?
Yeah, well, you see which world they matter about. It's one world, you know, it's which world, it's who for world. Seen through the eyes of who, you know. And we can see who for eyes we are see through. Fast food restaurants, foreign food in our market, you know, foreign clothes, you know. I mean, the television, I mean, everything, you know, we get caught, you know. We have been imperialed into the Americanization of our consciousness, you know them way there.
So where do we begin resisting, and how do we empower our
education, you know, just like when you are taught, you know, people may feel aware that these things is happening, you know. I mean, even though we're stiff-necked, I don't think the media are doing enough for really enlighten the people them, really, you know. All we hear is new radio station and bring out Jesus on it, you know, but Jesus is also part of the colonization of our mind too. So, you know, it really do nothing right now for free and liberate the people them. Because we see them have prayer breakfast that day, and it's nearly 60 people dead already in less than 60 days. I mean, it's like 3 a day are dead now. So the things get worse. Every year them keep the prayer breakfast, things get worse. And I attribute it to the prayer breakfast, but I say the prayer breakfast not doing anything more than spending some money and making some big boy eat some nice breakfast, so maybe they never eat at them yard, you know?
Watch them.
Yes. Anyway, cutting edge, IRFM. Give thanks, brethren.
One love, sir.
Isis.
Yeah.
No, it's a serious thing. We find, say, certain things are going on, you know, that we can't even uphold it again. We have to just let it go. You understand? If you tell the truth, you don't have to remember anything. If you tell the truth, you don't have to remember anything. We can't give you one syndicate, you know. This is the biggest dub band in the world.
Brothers and sisters today, what you doing up there? You're doing fine. Love will make you mine, because all I've got in mind to give love. Love, 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 love. Wadada, wadada. Wadada, wadada. Wadada, wadada. Wadada, wadada. Double. Wadada, wadada. Wadada, wadada. Wadada, wadada. Wadada, wadada. Then I install him. Wadada. Winding soul. Hello, love, brother. Wadada, wadada. Wadada, wadada. Wadada, wadada. Wadada, wadada. Wadada, love. Double.
Hey, Gringo. So you are the one who come to challenge the kings of kings, the lords of lords, and the conquering land of child of Judah.
Wadada, wadada. Wadada, wadada. Wadada, wadada. Wadada, wadada.
The words of thy mouth, the meditation of thy eyes, yet the recite thy soul, God.
Boy, you love all the roots man, them who knows them music, yeah, some serious, serious Jamaican music. And this is no joke.
Hey, Gringo. So you are the one who come to challenge the kings of kings, the lords of lords, and the conquering land of the tribe of Judah, and you like the board and life word right through, huh? Well, sorry for you, my friend. I now see your face with music 10 commandments.
Walking right on the edge.
After infinity,
Walking right on the edge.
after oblivion, I'll reign dominion. Don't care how great you think you are, Mr. Smart. There's always someone that's smarter than you. Don't care how great you think you are, Mr. Great Star. There's always a greater star than you. I slew the IMF. I slew the CIA. I slew the FBI and I slew the IED. Yeah, I slew the Morpheus. I slew the Cosa Nostra. I use and I use and I choose. I am a Jew. I slew USSR. Righteous come to heaven right now, unrighteous go to hell. None of my seed shall be bred unless I walk with this magic spell.
Yeah, we want Alan pull up this. Yes, we want Alan pull up this. Yes, Aya.
Yes, Muta Baruka.
What you doing, man?
Yeah, man, give thanks here, sir.
Yes.
Yeah, pay tribute.
Yeah, you have on the radio?
Yeah, let me turn it off there. Yeah, pay tribute to the great dub masters, them.
Yes.
I'm not like to say, well, boy, I know Lee Scratch Perry.
Yes.
As one of the early great pioneers of the dub music. Used to have a band called the Upsetters.
Yes.
That was a studio band for a whole for the recording session, them. And in them early days, you know, you have man like Aston Family Man Barrett.
Yes.
And brother Carl Barrett.
Yes.
Them used to produce a lot of the bass line for a lot of the early dub rhythms, you know.
Yeah.
I understand, but just like how you have Jack Metu or Lee Rice,
Yeah.
they used to help out studio one of them.
Yeah, the bass line was the most important instrument of the dub. Yeah.
Yeah. And then now you move on now to people like King Tubby's.
Yes.
King Tubby's are one of the early pioneers now that bring dub music in the dance hall. That's it called King Tubby's International High Power.
High Power.
And that now give a lot of credence to dub music. You move on to Jack Ruby.
Yes.
A band named the Black Disciples who used to back all Burning Spear.
Yes.
And in them days, the boy, dub music was, as far as I am concerned, as a new taste and flavor to reggae music. Dub music is really is one of the offsprings of reggae music, you know.
Yes, of course.
We kind of spoiled up and gone too much of a computer thing.
And you don't forget man Keith Hudson what it mentioned too.
Yeah, Keith Hudson now.
Produce Big Youth and them man from the Beaton Street days.
Cho.
Yes. Yeah, man.
Used to produce some of the early works, a man called Dillinger too.
Yes.
No, one of the things
Prince Farai and them man there.
Yeah. No, the dub music too, you know, was a forerunner to dub poetry, you know.
Yeah.
A man like Linton Keyside Johnson and Mikey Smith and the I come in, Uko Nora. But you find that them they give dub music a fight in the Caribbean and them give it a fight in Jamaica too.
Well, them do them are you hardly hear about the part of the music still.
Yeah. But we glad now that you start feature some of the great dub artists them of yesterday because I still believe it is one of the most innovative forms of reggae that we create in Jamaica.
Well, when you listen to what the man them do, what the engineer do, you know, in the studio, you know, say, and I mean, it's only in Jamaica the engineer gets so artistic.
Cho.
With the music, you know.
Yeah.
And you don't hear no other music in the world where the engineer command the whole thing.
Sort of ingenuity with the engineer.
Yeah, man, that's the real thing, man.
But I remember the forerunner to dub music was a thing you call version, you know.
Yes.
You cut a tune, you go in and
you mix the version.
And you cut your version.
Yes.
But after a while now, the engineer, them start get more creative.
Yeah, artistic. Man like scientists.
I tell you, man.
I tell you,
man.
Scientists, man. Lee Scratch Perry from the Black Art Studio. Yes. Yeah, man.
And then King Tubby's then go produce a great album called Rockers Meet Uptown.
Yes.
One of the great masters of dub music who, I man, I don't really pay tribute to this brother much, you know. But now I tell us one of the great artists named Augustus Pablo. You know?
We played 2 tracks for him already, man. Augustus Pablo.
I love that I am.
Yeah, man.
Because I really believe a man like Augustus Pablo. And the same Tom McCook and Roland Alphonse.
Yeah, when you go out of Japan and all them, man, Augustus Pablo is large in Japan. Large.
Yeah, man, I know that, man.
Yeah, man. Everybody give thanks, brethren.
Yeah, the other thing again, Muta.
Yes.
I hear you want the 6th of February, you say you're going to play some real Bob music.
Yeah.
You know, say it's a Bob man. Call like the Wheelers, you know, I'm on a call from Green Island.
Yeah, we know.
We'll discuss that when February 6th come on. You know,
all right.
Go up by tape and cut.
Yeah, man, Wheelers like worries, the whole night, Wheelers.
Yeah, give thanks.
All right, my brethren.
Yeah. What's that?
We're going to go back to Lee Scratch Perry, you know, as one of the stalwarts in the vibes where you call dub music. I was playing this one.
Hey, Gringo. So you are the one who comes to challenge the kings of kings, the lords of lords, and the conquering line of the tribe of Judah, and the elect of God and the light of the world of earth rightful ruler, huh? Well, I'm sorry for you, my friend. I now see your faith with music 10 commandments.
Walking right on the edge.
After infinity,
Walking right on the edge.
I'm oblivion. I'll reign on the earth. Don't care how great you think you are, Mr. Smart. There are always someone who's smarter than you. Don't care how great a great star. There are always the greatest stars in you. Roots and I slew the IMF. I slew the CIA. I slew the FBI and I slew the ITP. Yeah, I slew the mafia. I slew the coast and Nostra. I use and I use and I choose. I am a Jew. I slew the USSR. Righteous go to heaven right now. Unrighteous go to hell. None of my teachers been read on the sidewalk. Make this magic spell. I slew the Bank of Eden. I slew the Midland Bank. I slew the Bank of England. And I slew the Barclays Bank. Okay, boy, small, you are Mr. Small. Your son will always promote New York. Rather than the edge of oblivion, I wait to be. Rather than the edge of oblivion, I wait to be. I say the ITT, I make the ITT. I say the IMF, I make the IMF.
I tell you, say the program you turn out sweeter than I expect, man. This is when you have certain man by the phone, you know say the program will go out with things.
And I overthrown the devil government with prophecy full to yes. Iron, air, water, and fire. Sunrise, sunshine.
Now, a while ago we mentioned, say, we played two tunes a while ago, I would say, the greatest dub band in the world, named Dub Syndicate. Well, watch out now. A serious continental program I go ahead so. You know, brethren?
Blessed love.
No, I want the people to know, say, this is Styles Cat Pande Ford. This is the man who is the original Dub Syndicate. You understand? This man has traveled all over the world and play pure dub music. How you know, brethren?
Blessed love, my lord.
Well, I'm tell you, say, I'm glad to hear you sweet. Now, I'm play the tune by your car, you see what?
Well, I want to tell you, up on the road, me then a driver come home, you know.
Yes.
I'm here there on the station, I play all them tracks, and I say, right,
and you know them tracks there?
And, you know, I know the whole creation of the whole of them tracks there. So I just said, boy, the kids come home.
Yes.
And call Muta.
Why?
Long time without talk still.
Get the people them a vibe, you know, because them here we are talking about dub music and we are trying to show them the potency of dub music out in the earth. As a man who tour, because more time we buck up all in a certain strange and unusual places.
Sure,
and we know the man tour all over the world and play this farm of music.
Sure.
What inspired the man just continuously to just keep playing this farm, this dub music, to even call the band Dub Syndicate?
Well, I want to give you a joke. A long time it started, they did name Creation Rebel before.
Yes.
Because it was actually a backing band for Prince Farai.
Yeah, I just play a little version with a Prince Farai backings inside it a while ago.
Yeah, back in them early days, back in the 80s, when
Yes.
Prince Farai was touring and more popular on the DJ scene.
Yes.
It was more like the backing band for Farai. Well, Farai could carry more like a whole band from Jamaica.
Yes.
They would have more like carry the bass player and the drummer.
Yes.
So, you know, in them days, it was really only me as a drummer was going to England with them.
Yes.
I'm going to go up there and form a little group
As a matter of fact, most of the youth them in England with them called rough cut.
Mm-hmm.
And me really bring them youth there now.
Yes,
And Tony who play the guitar.
Yes.
And Fat Bubbler. Even the little one that play bass.
Yes.
Named Fish. If you notice him dressed like all flabber. And we inspired all of them youth there, so.
Yeah, man.
We start from them days with Creation Rebel. And we move from there and to naming the band Dub Syndicate. It was more like naming it from the whole retro name Soul Syndicate.
Yes.
But the name Syndicate is more like a international name.
Yes.
So when you say Syndicate, we just put the name Dub to it and call it Dub Syndicate.
All right.
And it was more like a backing band for Far Eye, and then we turned it out. Far Eye pass off, and we never really stopped.
Yes.
Me and this youth in England called Adrian Sherwood.
Oh, well, him is part of Uno, or Bloodfire. Which one are they?
Well, him is part of himself. Really and truly. Adrian Sherwood is himself.
You know, so me I hear one Sherwood buck up a France already.
Yeah.
Them invite I up there to play some music.
Right.
And it's me and him on the stage. We about 3,000 people in the dance hall in Rasta.
Yeah.
And we are lick some sweet. Me I play some aged Bob Marley. And him I play some real dub wise. And I said the people them about 3,000 people because them say 3,000 tickets them sell. And when you're looking at the place packed.
Well, I want to tell you, Adrian Sherwood, that man like even David Rodigan.
Yes.
Well, David Rodigan is more like a selector then.
Yeah, he must select dance and but you want to specifically like in the dub music.
The name Adrian Sherwood is like an artist.
Yes.
In a Europe.
In a Europe, definitely.
Yeah, as an engineer.
Yes, definitely.
Just like how the name, Styles Cut as a drummer.
Yeah.
And they associate that with Dub Syndicate.
Which part of, tell me some of the unusual places where they are them going in the world and I play this kind of music, yeah?
Well, I want to give you a joke in the Muta. I just finished a tour November.
Mm-hmm.
We started it just after the bombing in New York.
Yeah.
And, well, luckily, it seemed like our tour was the only tour that actually went out there.
Mm-hmm.
And luckily, and passed through and made it. And even the other day we went to a place like Croatia.
All right, you know why I asked that? Because I say a whole heap of people, because it's not DJ music,
true,
and it's not the hip-hop kind of vibe. You don't hear about these kind of tours.
True.
And the brethren say, you go to Croatia. A whole heap of people don't even know which part that they're at the back. You understand? Where you go there, people are real.
No man, ticket, it's sold out.
Yes.
I got a place in Spain the other day called San Sebastian.
Yes.
And this is where them have the Basque people.
Yes.
And we did a show there in Muta. And believe you me, I was stunned out of my head.
Yes.
Because Ansel Collins and Dwight...
Watch your phone. Turn on,
Dwight Thing, Yeah. And Ansel Collins was there.
Yes.
And because they came on the tour with me.
Yes.
And even Ansel and Dwight was really amazed
to see Aguan.
To see really that is a dub band.
Aguan keep up so much rumpus.
And they couldn't believe it. So, I mean, there's a big impact for dub, generally speaking, out in Europe.
Well, is that be why the people them know said the all genre of Jamaican music is acceptable out there, and there's some, just like how them that reason a while ago about how the data them now get no exposure.
Right.
It's same way like all dub syndicate. You never hear a man really draft your panel at prime time radio when draft y'all a dub syndicate and say, watch out, this is wicked music, I could just play that.
Well, I want to give you a joke, the other day I gave Ellie Skelly, a dub album. I think it was Ecomania.
Yes.
I gave her a copy of, when I was giving her the song with Luciana that I produced, the One in a Billion, and the Time. And she actually, it was just a compliment to her, and she actually played the music just like it was a new thing.
No, you have to know that Ellis Kelly is an exceptional disc jock on radio.
Yes, no, me tell you
she's like innovative and she's willing to take a chance in playing music. You understand? Yeah.
I mean, it was like when she played the music, I was stunned out of my head.
Yes.
To really hear how it even sound on the radio station here.
Yes.
You know what I mean? It's not Europe today, and me tell you, it just sound refreshing.
And I know that the eyes are always packing up because every time the eye hear a soul syndicate, a dub syndicate, the eye say, yes, Muta.
Yeah, but me tell you, man, it's like it wake me up.
Yeah, you have something that turn down something there, man. Turn down something there.
Yeah, everything is turned down, really.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. When when they hear a dub syndicate music, really, you know, it sounds so refreshing out here.
Yes, definitely.
That it make you really have to think, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Because we need more of these music to play out here and
Of course.
expose the people more. Because you have a whole heap of youth out here, and I don't even know that there's such a music out there that have a market.
Them don't know. Them definitely don't know. Don't come and tell them what you about.
As well, and it's not really the everyday DJ thing, you know. You can't go out there and, you know, venture out there and with a group, with a band.
Well, I want to tell you, the other day I had tour, in August I had tour, and guess who I book up at California now? Scientists.
What?
And Scientists mix some show for me. We do a show at San Diego, Los Angeles, and Ventura. I tell you, man, it was refreshing, man, to have a man like Scientists do me engineering, man. It's when it reached a dope part.
Right.
People wake up, man, because they couldn't believe the sound that will come out of the system.
But some people want we Scientists to do some touring because remember in the Muta, most of the Channel 1 music that we on Radix play now.
Yes.
There was a sector of that music that went to Europe, you know, released by Greensleeve.
Yes.
That was named Scientists Meet the Invaders.
Yeah, man, we have them right as man.
Right.
We have them right as all.
And let me tell you something, Muta. It's when you go in Europe or like place like Budapest and go out there and see some young youth. They go in a place in Germany, in a place called Leipzig.
Yes.
And when they go around there, some little, and you know, around there so well was the old, what you call it, communist bloc.
East Germany.
Yeah. And when you go around there, say, no, Muta, believe you me, you know, when we hear the people on them radio playing on the little youths, you know, ride up and down on bikes and come to the gig of play, you know. It's pure roots Radix.
Yes.
Scientists. All of them,
man.
you know.
Yeah, man, Scientists come like an artist out there, trust me. Scientists is like an artist out there.
Those names are like gold out there, man.
Gems, yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Gem, man, out there right now. So, you know, right now, when we hear you play the music, it cheer me up. Because
Regent, give thanks for Regent for the call.
Yes, man.
Yeah, man.
It cheer me up, man. I'm going to tell you, you have to play more right. And
all right.
More likely, I have a new album out now, you know.
All right.
Called Acres of Space. I don't think you get that one yet.
Acres of Space?
Acres.
Acres of Space?
Yeah, the new album that just released the other day. That was the one that I went and did the tour with.
Okay.
And it was a successful tour, Muta.
All right.
Because we did all festivals in France and all over the world. We go Poland, all over the place.
Yeah. Give thanks, brethren.
Blessed love.
Isaac.
And we back up again.
Yes.
Blessed.
Yeah, man. Man called Style Scott and Dub Master, Dub Syndicate. And as we are talking about Dub Syndicate, more Dub Syndicate. I tell you, when we hear certain call, we feel good. Yeah, Mama?
Yes, sir.
What you do, Mama?
I get back out of my bed, man.
See there? You mean you gotta go sleep after you go on the radio, you gotta go sleep and you know the cousin come on the radio? Or if you do that?
But I forget up on Monday, sir.
When you get up now this morning.
No, I said, you know, me is a top official right? Myself and Willow, who is my partner, will write together and produce together.
Yeah.
And we have a whole heap of dub. Because when we mix, we have to do.
Have a dub mix.
Dirty dub.
Right. Of course.
Right? And I keep saying, boy, I can put out a dub album, you know, and so I said, put it out, man, do it. Because we have them, you know.
Of course.
It's just to compile them and do it.
Well, I want to tell you now, I hear the conversation a while ago, you know, with you and Ron Mushet there, you know, and I totally agree with what I say, you know. Then to play more female artists on the radio.
Yes.
Because it's not much out, so I don't see why is that much out and they're not getting a ear player.
It's serious, man.
Them love to say I have more than one day on the radio. That's on the radio side now, you see.
Hey, you know, I think named Shining Dog.
Shining Dog.
King Tubby's.
What you mean, man?
It's a masterpiece.
You have to go look feed for you, though. You have to go look feed for you.
Yes, put that for me.
Well, give thanks to you wake up.
All right.
I give thanks to the work we do for my album.
Oh, yes.
Yes, we
My
give it
honor.
to the record company yesterday, and I tell you, it's sweet, sweet.
My pleasure. A great project, man.
Yeah, man, give thanks. Yes, sister?
All right.
I see. How I listen to this dub music out of Japan. Listen.
Hello, everyone. We are audio active from the outer space. This is the first time for us to have some sound experiences in the earth. We're gonna push you, pull you, reach you in the name of pop. So now, just turn up the volume to maximum. Slower in a musical tune, and we'll shock your altering
and take a look around. That means similar program, you just have to listen to it every time it's on the radio. For IRS and the music. Yeah.
Man, I feel the vibes, man. I know people wake up out there, though. Me, I tell you, the people, them wake up. Pamal, it's not you one wake up, trust me. It's not you one wake up at all. We want you up slide down bar. I know the Slide's a man who don't like go to studio on Wednesday night, you know. Yeah, Slide say, watch out. You see Wednesday night, cutting edge like that. I hear the people who traveling from Mandeville right now on the road, you know. Take it easy, you know. I walk. You know, about 7 years ago, we introduced this tune on the radio. So this is one of them tunes where we say, make special effect, cutting edge, listen. Big music, big music.
Yeah, Lalabella to the revenue. Now, sir, for always up listen to cutting edge. For IFM with Muta Baruka, but I'm not telling enough inspiration every time.
I tell you, say, if you hear this soon for the next radio station, I give you it. This is exclusive, cutting edge, Racha, dubwise music, Bolero. Yes, sir. Yes.
The whole city right now, understand?
The whole city?
The whole city.
Yeah, I tell you.
For real.
Well, I feel it, man. I feel it under the studio and I feel it by the phone, man. Everybody wake up.
Right now, King, I just rise and build up star and I go on one of us.
All right.
Straight. Just go on the fire, straight.
Yeah, man, give thanks.
Straight.
Aye.
with Muta.
Why a man just called me from London saying me I'm happy to listen to the country there, I tell you. The burning band coming through. know, some just come to me say I should have keep a dance with dub Wize and Otherwise, roots and culture music. Yes, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. Strictly them kind of music, yeah, for the good ears. Yes.